It's Saturday, you know what's up on the radio with the diva. 10:30 a.m. Gonna tell your friends that you on the radio with the diva.
You discover faith for the journey. I'm talking shit for the mission. Right here with Stephanie Dixon. Inspirational Diva. This one for all my believers. How you learning and living right here with Stephanie Dixon.
She has it all.
Real talk, real faith, real truth.
Got it all.
Got the news, got the hits, got the scoop.
Got it all.
This the Inspirational Diva.
You can only tell your friends that you on the radio with the diva.
Hey everybody, it's your girl Stephanie C. Dixon, the Inspirational Diva, host of the Inspirational Diva Show, brought to you by Home Care Network, bringing health care home. It is Women's History Month, and I am so excited because I want to be interviewing different women, some professional women, some homemakers, because, you know, a lot of times when people talk about Women's History Month, we always talk about those that's like, you know, in business and everything. And so I'm going to be talking to a variety of women. But today I am talking to Miss Nikki Watson of the Design Quad. Not squad, but quad. Because, you know, people make that mistake. Design Squad. No, take the S off and let's make it a quad, okay? But she's our special guest today here on the Inspirational Diva Show. In lieu of Women's History Month, Nikki is doing some great things. God has truly blessed her in her business. So we're going to be talking about that. But don't forget, the Inspirational Diva Show can be heard every Saturday on YouTube, Facebook, and Instagram. Yes, I'm out on my own. I have branched out, and so I'm just doing the doggone thing, as they say. And I'm excited about it, all right? All right, but we're just going to jump into this interview because Nikki's a busy woman, honey, so, you know, she does fine. So, Nikki, thank you for being on the Inspirational Diva Show.
Absolutely. It's my
Okay, Miss
pleasure.
Nikki Watson, tell us about Nikki Watson.
About me. I don't know. Just a girl from Pleasant Grove, Texas. Y'all know where that is. Was raised here in Dallas, a native Texan, and just really kind of finding my way right now. I used to work for a company, and I felt like that was my identity. And then I started this as a side gig, and it just kind of grew from there. So now I'm kind of figuring out who I am as a businesswoman,
Yes.
and as a mom, as a wife, as a cousin, as everybody. So it's really, you know, they say your 40s are where you kind of settle into life. So that's where I am right now.
So it's amazing that you say that you're trying to figure out who you are as a mom, because your girls are grown.
They're grown. They're grown
So,
people.
so do you notice that with them being grown, are you seeing differences in their grown them versus their younger them?
Absolutely. I am no longer their boss. I'm stepped into a friend role. But you have to be their friend and still give them guidance,
Right.
because when they're young, you say, "I ain't one of your little friends." You know, that's
Yeah,
what
we say
us
that.
moms
I ain't your
say.
friend.
I ain't your friend. So that is a totally different thing, because when they're in your care, you're responsible for everything, every minute of their day you are involved in. And now it's like, I ain't heard from you in a week.
Right.
Where are you? What's going on?
Is my son listening to this?
Yes.
Right.
So you just have
But
to
you
figure
have
out
to
where
answer the
you are.
phone every time they call. back.
Oh, I get a text that says if I don't answer, you know, there's abbreviations that they use, and I get a text that says IKYL. I know you lying. I know you lying that you did not just
Right.
not answer my call.
See, we have to be available to them every single minute.
Every time. So I get a text like that. Is if I'm talking about immediately, if my phone, if I do not
know.
answer, I get IKYL.
Trust me, I know. I know.
So yes, grown people, twins are 27, they'll be 28 in July. Youngest is 26. So learning who I am as their friend,
Yeah.
and their guidance counselor, and more. You know,
Yeah,
you just
yeah.
really have to support them. So that's my new role in life. And
That's
I'm
amazing.
enjoying it. I like being
Yeah.
their friend.
My son lives in New York, and I went to visit him one day, and I told him to do something. He said, "Mom, I've been waiting all my life to say this." I said, "What?" He said, "You in my house." You know, he's like, you gonna do what I say in my house. He
Yes.
said, "You." I said, "Oh,
Yes.
okay."
Yes.
So, Nikki, tell us about your business, the Design Quad.
So the Design Quad is a design firm here in Dallas. We're in like the wholesale district. We're out by Harry Hines, and we do home staging, design, remodeling, flooring, all kinds of stuff. So we do stuff that I can't even believe that we're like, we got a job that's adding on a house, adding on a second story. A second story?
Wow.
I didn't sign up to do that, but we do it all. Like, we have some really good people that work here. It's grown. Like I said, it was just my hobby. I did this. I was doing this for people at the church back in the day,
Right.
and didn't really realize it was a business.
Wow.
So when I learned about it being a real business, then I was like, okay, I can do that,
Yeah.
and then it just multiplied from there. So lots of people that work here, responsible for lots of families. That's another thing I'm trying to figure out who I am as a leader. Am I being a good leader? I try to pray about leading people and leading their families, and every family that's represented here, I pray for everybody all the time, and just make sure that that I'm doing the best that I can. If they need something from me, I'm being available, and that I'm just not shoving people off. Oh, I'm too busy for that, and I never want people to feel like that when they work for me. So
and it's good that you say you pray about that, because that's a big responsibility.
It is
because
a
you have to make sure that
lot.
everything here goes well, so that everything with them can go well. So
they
that
can
is a big
continue
responsibility.
to pay their bills.
Right.
It is
That's
a
why I
lot.
say
My
that
first
they go well.
employee, it was very scary, because I thought she had a daughter, and I'm like, oh my gosh, I'm responsible not only for her, but her daughter. So it just, and each employee I add, I'm thinking, how many kids you got?
Right.
Oh, now I'm adding to the list. These are the kids, so
Right.
now it's just, there's lots of people that work here. We're probably 2021.
Okay.
My goal was to employ 100 people in some capacity. So it did happen in 2021.
All
We
right.
had 100. So we've got painters, and we paint crews and roofing crews and all kind of crews. So that number did grow with each crew that we added, and it just blew me away. I was like,
Wow.
100 people I never would have
God
thought.
is so faithful.
And that's
isn't he?
just just
God is
amazing.
so faithful.
Amazing.
So I've heard this story before, but I love every time you tell it. Tell us how you got started. Tell us what happened. How your side hustle became your main source of income.
My main thing. Okay, so the story is God had a lot to do with this. So I was working at a flooring company, and the flooring company had 5 locations. So I was the marketing rep for all 5 locations. And I was married to my ex-husband at the time, and I was on a show. I was supposed to be on a show. I don't know if you know that part, but I was supposed to be on a show called The Equity Enhancer with the home stager.
Okay.
In the home stager, I was just amazed at what he did. I went into his warehouse, and it was just aisles of pillows and chairs, and I was just, oh my God, this is awesome. But I was already doing that for people. So people would say, oh, Nikki, come help me with my living room. I just need a little color. Can you come bring me some pillows and some artwork? I just need to look good. And that's basically what he was doing. So on the show, I was the flooring rep, but I was so amazed by what he did, it distracted me. I was like, I want to do that. So he was, this is a total God story. He was a homosexual guy, and he had lived with a guy, his partner, for 17 years.
Okay.
He woke up one day and said, he said God told him this is not the life that he wanted him to live.
Wow.
So he packed up, moved back to Arkansas with his parents, sold his business and everything in it. He was the
Really?
largest home stager in our market. He had probably 100 houses worth of stuff. So the auction company came in, consolidated everything, auctioned everything off. I bought a few pieces from it because I'm like, oh, I'm about to do that.
Right.
So now our market is void of a stager, and I hear a lot of realtors saying, ooh, I need a stager. So I can do that.
Okay.
I can do that. So I'm like thinking about this now. I said, okay, I'm gonna start a staging business. So I went online, and I'm reading about stuff. All these classes are like $2,000, some crazy stuff.
Right.
This is back in the day. This is like
Yeah.
10 years ago, at least 10 years ago. So I'm thinking, I can't afford no $2,000. So I just went online, and I started promoting. I'm a home stager. So my check was going direct deposit into my account, or to our account. My ex-husband had control of it. My name was not on the account, so if I needed something, I'd have to ask them for it. So I started advertising. I'm a stager. A lady called me and said, "Hey, I got a house in Rockwall. I want you to come over and give me a bid." I was like, "Oh my God, my first day!" So I tell him, I was like, "Hey, I'm going to do something called staging. I need $10. I just need $10 to get to Rockwall." And he said, "No." He said, "That is stupid. That is not going to be successful. I'm not giving you the money."
Wow.
So my mom, we lived in Roy City at the time, which is 8 miles from Rockwall. So I just need to get 8 miles. So I called my mom. I'm like, "Mama, I just need $10 to get to Rockwall." She was like, "Girl," this is before Cash Out. "Girl, okay." So she Western Union me $10 or $20, I think, to Roy City. She lived in Singing Hills, and she sent me the money. So I go to the appointment. The lady hired me, and it's it. That was my first job. She told her friends about it. House sold fast, and that's how.
Wow. Awesome. Now, I remember you saying also before that you were fired.
Yes.
So tell us a little bit about that.
So fast forward a little bit, maybe about 3 years later, I was at work, still working at the flooring company, and my business was growing. So the word is out. This is what I do. I'm marketing a little bit, but not on their time. And they were fine with it because I would do stuff for the owner of my company. And in 2017, he said, "Nikki, God told me that this is not what you're supposed to be doing. You're supposed to be doing staging full time." And he was like, "So we're just going to try this out. And end of September, that's going to be your last day." Excuse me?
That's that.
Excuse me? Are you firing me, sir?
Yeah.
Yes. So he was like, "Yeah, I think that you should be doing this." And I just had a whole attitude.
Well, I'm sure you
and
did.
I did not go. I was kicking and screaming because I was very loyal to the company. I had done it for 10 years, and this was my family, the people that worked there. I just really loved everything about my job. So, and I didn't, if you have a 9 to 5 and then you have a side business, that's your security. So you're not trying to leave your security for whatever reason. You may have big dreams, but it's still scary because you're out there on your own. So I did not want to leave. I was very nervous, and I did take a lot of, just trying to make sure that that I was doing the right thing, making the right decision. So I went on and left. And then when I left, I got fired. When I left, I was devastated. But October 1st, 2017 was my first day officially on my own, and that's it. So 1 year went by, October 2018, and I looked at my numbers, and I had sold almost $1 million in staging in a year.
Look
and
at
I called
that.
the owner. "Oh my God!
I know.
Thank you so much for firing me."
Yes.
I was making $750 a week.
Yeah.
Which
you
is
needed
okay
it.
money,
Yeah.
but because that was steady money, and
Yeah.
you used to that hitting your account,
Right.
so I was good. And then when I looked at the numbers, I was like, "Oh my gosh, this is crazy."
And see, you were saying that the previous situation was God ordained. That was God ordained too.
Oh,
Because
yeah,
He saw something in you
that I did not.
that you did not see in
I
yourself.
didn't see it in myself.
And that is so amazing that when other people do that, they see more in you than you see in
Yes.
yourself.
I
But don't you thank
posted on
God for people
Facebook-
like that?
Oh yeah, I posted on Facebook one time because it seemed like everybody was cheering me on, and I was like, "How can people believe in you and you don't even believe in yourself? Like, how can people think you can do all this stuff and you're not even really sure?" And when I look at it, it comes up on my memories. I'm like, wow, I really thought like that.
But then you had the situation too where somebody that was close to you did not believe in you.
Yeah.
So when that happens, it's hard for you because you kind of like, well, if they say it,
If they say
then maybe it's true.
Maybe it's true.
But all these other people see the potential and the ability and the skills that God has given you. And now look at it, y'all. Design quad. So now you hire or you help women that have been in shelters.
And they've either been in prison or rehab.
Okay, tell us about that.
So my youngest daughter came up with this crazy idea, and I loved it. And we years and years and years we've been volunteering. So my mom used to have us volunteer when we were small, so I of course had my kids, and they're just used to doing stuff for other people. And one place in particular is called Exodus Ministries, and ladies are getting out of prison and they live there with their kids, and they have to live there for a year. And we've done everything. My mom has taught sewing classes there.
Oh, wow.
And
That's
we've just
amazing.
been up there just doing all kinds of stuff. We've painted the place. We do furnished apartments, just anything.
That is good.
So my daughter's been there several times, and she said, you know what we should do? We should start a call center and hire the ladies from Exodus. I'm like, oh my God, that's a great idea. So she came up January 1st this year. She came up with this idea. Probably about 4 weeks later, we were up and running.
That is awesome. That
We've
is
got
so
some
good.
girls over here, and they love it. They love the job.
That's good.
It's nice. So.
But doesn't it give you such a freedom to know that God has blessed you, and now you're in a position to be able to bless somebody else and help them to come up? That is a blessing. And I believe that's why God blesses us. He doesn't bless us for just to keep it out to ourselves, you know,
That's
because He
true.
doesn't keep all of His blessings to Him.
That's true.
He blesses us. So He blesses us so that we can be a blessing
Bless
to other
other
people. So that is good. So, Nikki, this is Women's History Month. Women's History Month.
Yes.
Who are some of your influencers? Who are some of the women that have influenced you along the way?
Well, the lady I'm named after, Nikki Giovanni, is a great poet, very revolutionary. I was born in '76. She was on the cover of Jet magazine the month that I was born.
Okay.
So they just pulled my name right off the book. And for all the years that I've grown up, you know, knowing her and knowing who she was and knowing her name, knowing that I'm named after this lady, I really studied her for a while. She's very strong, black woman, and I've always admired her. She's now the head of the English department of Virginia Tech, and she's just always been a person that I look to for inspiration. I'm like, oh, I need to pick me up. Let me see let me read one of Nikki's poems, and just so brilliant.
She's so
person.
straightforward and just
Very.
so knowledgeable and very encouraging. She is.
Very
She really
encouraging.
is.
So she is definitely my number one since I have her name. I met her twice. Once at SMU. I was in maybe 12, about middle school, and then another time in high school. She sent me a autograph book for my high school graduation.
Good.
I was so excited. I was like, oh my God, I'm special.
Awesome.
But there's lots of girls born in my area, in my year, that are named Nikki Giovanni. So she's very
She's popular. Go there.
But that's my number one. My mom, of course, my second hero. She does everything for everybody. So kind of following her footsteps and making sure I'm taking care of people. She's very big on making sure everybody's good and that you are not, like you said, just not keeping everything to yourself, and you're looking out for people that really need opportunities and those kind of things. So she's definitely my top two.
Good. Well, that's good. Mama's always in there
Always,
somewhere.
yeah, you know.
I always put mama in there. So, in your line of work, tell me, if you had like the opportunity to style for that one big person, who would it be?
Who would it be? Ooh, that's a good question. Who would it be? The big person. Maybe it would be somebody that I would like to meet.
Okay.
Ooh, the Obamas.
Yeah.
Girl.
All right, Michelle and Barack, y'all heard it here.
Y'all
Now.
holler
Come on
at me.
now, okay? Don't be playing.
Holler at you, girl.
Okay.
I'm available.
Okay, she's available. She wants to stage your house and then meet you.
Yes.
Come on with it.
Obamas. Yes.
So why them? Why them?
Just royalty. That's all I can think of when I think about them. I just think royalty.
Yeah.
They are just the epitome of excellence.
And they just stay classy throughout the whole
So
time, didn't
classy
they?
and down to earth.
Yes.
So I would just love to meet.
Yeah.
meet them.
Yeah. I just, you know, when I think about them sometimes when I see them on TV, and I love their marriage. You know, you can tell they love each other.
Oh, they are here.
But like I said, it was just the class and the style in which they handled everything when they were talked about, looked forward to failing by other people, and people tried to make them fail, but they just maintained their dignity and their class.
Every time.
It was beautiful.
It was beautiful.
Come on,
Beautiful
mamas.
people. Yes.
Black power. All right, everybody. It's your girl Stephanie C. Dixon, the Inspirational Diva, and we are going to have a commercial break, and we'll be back with more from our special guest for Women's History Month, Nikki Watson.
Home Care Network brings healthcare in the comfort of your home. Our skilled nurses can cover everything that you would get in a hospital, from wound care management, pulmonary and cardiac care, medication management, and physical, occupational, speech therapy, x-rays, and more. Home Care Network has 3 locations in DeSoto, Rockwall, and Palestine. Visit homecarenetwork.com or on Facebook at Home Care Network TX. Home Care Network, the care you need in the comfort of your home.
All right, everybody, we're back. The Inspirational Diva Show. I'm here with my special guest, Miss Nikki Watson, because it is Women's History Month, and we are celebrating some women. Don't you just love it?
I love it.
Well, what do you think, Nikki? This is like, to me, in my opinion, I feel like this is the year of the woman. This is the time, not just the year, but it's the time of the woman. I think ever since the hashtag Me Too movement came, I know people saw that as, you know, people were letting people know, you know, that they had gone through some type of sexual misconduct or something. But I think it also opened the eyes of people to see that women are powerful.
That's right.
We have knowledge, we're talented, we're gifted, and we have something to contribute to the world. So what do you think about that?
I love that. And you're right. I didn't feel like we had a voice before. And I think that kind of pivoted how people saw us in all areas of life, in business and in personal life, and it just kind of changed the way that we were represented everywhere.
Right.
So I think that now is the time for women.
So with this being Women's History Month, it's a time for women to come together, celebrate each other. How do you feel about the women coming together? Do you see that happening, or what do you think? Do you think there's a divide, or what do you think about that?
I think that there are women looking for partnerships every day. I was in a group early this morning, actually, and I can't think of the name of the group, but something related to everybody in the group wanted to either like a mindset group or something like that. It's on Facebook. And so they were saying, hey, I'm in this city, who's here, so we can connect. I see more and more strangers connecting, and way more than before. I feel like that. I think that women are getting together and trying to be powerhouses now and partnering. This is just the time to do that, and I just see it happening all the time. I love it, because we have a negative image when it comes to connecting, and I think that this has just changed. I haven't seen anything catty going on for a long time, because I think that now the dynamic of women relationship has changed a lot.
Well, that's good. That brings me to my next question about sisterhood. What do you think about sisterhood, the importance of being there for each other, encouraging each other, holding each other accountable? Now that's like a really big thing right there, because a lot of times, you know, we don't want somebody to tell us when we wrong or when we mess up. Like, girl, please, I don't know what you're talking about, honey. I'm perfect in all my ways, you know.
And we get an attitude.
Yes, we get an attitude about it. So what do you think about sisterhood? Let's hold each other accountable. Let's encourage each other, and let's celebrate each other.
Absolutely. There's really no way to move forward to the next level without accountability partner. So sisterhood is huge. I mean, even if you don't have a biological, grab somebody, and you, a lot of times people that are not related to you will treat you better than the people that are. So I just think that is major right now. We have to connect with somebody on whatever level. I have a lot of real estate friends, people in the real estate world, but I'm learning new people. I'm meeting new people every day, and I'm like, oh my gosh, these people are amazing. These new friends that I've just made have been amazing. They've been supportive. They wake up, hey, did you drink water this morning?
Wow.
Like, girl, you in my business, but I need you to be in my business.
That's right. That's right.
I need you to hold me, because stuff like that, I just don't think about. I'm so busy, and I move so fast. I need somebody to help me do things that I need to be doing. And even in goal wise, you know, if you have any kind of goals, somebody that can help you push those goals along. Did you call this person today? I love help. And all the time.
And I'm glad you said that too, because sometimes that's the thing that we run into, you know, because everybody's trying to make it, everybody's trying to get it, you know, and so sometimes it's like, well, I'm just trying to do it for myself. I don't worry about if somebody, and we shouldn't be like
shouldn't
that.
be like that.
Sisters, let us help each other.
Please,
We need to help each other.
We do.
We really do, because we all need some help. Even though the way God has blessed your business, there's still some things that you need help with.
Always,
you know?
yes.
So
yes,
yeah, we got to
definitely.
find ourselves doing that for each other. So, with all of that we just said, and this being Women's History Month, and you have your three grown women, honey. You have her 3 grown daughters.
Grown.
What would you say to young women today when we see a lot of who their influences are, and you know how they carry themselves and things of that nature? You know, it's just like they don't always listen to mama. You know, they're gonna listen to the celebrities, and they're
Yes.
gonna mock and do what the celebrities do. What would you say to the young girls today to encourage them to be future women of tomorrow?
I think that first of all, respect yourself. I've seen a lot of things that I am not on board with on this internet, on social media, and the people that the younger generation are following. Like, these things are not good. We used to have to wear a slip.
Well, she
I can't-
made me have a hot
I
flash
can't-
with those slips on.
I can't.
Slips.
I came up in a day where we had to
Right.
wear a slip.
Come on, slip.
So I don't understand. Well, I'm not gonna get in that, but the things that they are looking up to are things that would not be acceptable
Right.
back in our day. And I just think respect goes along with all of that. They respected themselves and just looking at a future. If you want any kind of future and you got all this stuff on the internet,
Yes, ma'am. Yes, ma'am. I
respect your future. So that's what I think. Respecting themselves and respecting their future. That should be a utmost priority.
And you know, a lot of people got offended when Monique said what she said about wearing the hair bonnets and the pajamas
Yes.
in public. And you know, I agree with you, Monique.
I agree.
I agree.
Wholeheartedly. I agree.
I think the way we present ourselves is so important to our being and what we want to do
Right.
with ourselves.
It is.
And so when people started coming down on her, and I'm like, no, pajamas. If I see you out with your pajamas on, I feel like you just got out the bed. I'm just wondering, did you bathe before you?
Exactly.
Did you wash?
Is there?
Did you?
Was there a fire at your house? You couldn't get no clothes on?
Well, I worked at the hotel. A girl came and got a application with her pajamas, and she said, I just want to get an application. But she didn't even know she could have got an interview right then and there. But she had pajamas on.
Oh my. Yeah.
So I think it's very important how we present ourselves. I'm not saying you got to get all glammed up and everything
Right.
every time you leave the house, but you have to look presentable because you don't know where an opportunity may present itself.
That's true. You
And you
never
came
know
out
who
with
you
your
meet on the
head
street.
right on. That's right. And she
Yeah,
got her bonnet on. Now they try to put some ties on it to make it look a little bit more. Well, it's still what you sleep in.
It's
I'm sorry,
your
y'all.
bonnet.
Y'all can see it's your bonnet, honey. Y'all can design it and put bows and flowers and still your bonnet, honey. It's for your hair. Okay. Anyway, we're gonna go. But that's some good encouragement for the young ladies. You know, just teach them how to respect. And she said, respect
yourself.
yourself, and you respect your future. That is profound. Respect your future, because
you don't know.
oh wow, that's amazing. Because like you just said, you never know who you may meet out, and just because they saw you carrying yourself one way, you may have the potential, you may have the know-how, the skill, all of that, but you mess it up because they saw you out there
Doing
doing the most. Girl, that was good.
Yeah,
I think you need to
respect.
put that on your Facebook today.
Respect your
Respect your
future.
future. I like
your
that.
future. Yeah.
That's very profound. So, what encouragement would you give to the ladies that are listening today? Because there's somebody out there that doesn't have the encouragement. They don't have the person like your former boss that pushed you and say, no, you go out there and get it. You do it. They may have that ex or that present that's
Right.
saying, that don't make sense, what
That's
you're
not.
doing. And I noticed that a lot of times that women need somebody to encourage them. Matter of fact, I got a text message before I got here. A lady was saying that for some reason God put you on my heart to encourage me today because she was going through. So it's a lot of women going through that. Everybody doesn't have that push.
That's true.
What would you say to those listening that just don't have anybody, but they listening to you right now?
So one thing that I've looked back over my journey, and I kind of figured out what it was that brought me here, and that I moved past the no's. So people telling me no, this is not going to be successful. No, you can't work here. No, one of my daughters worked for me one time and she quit on me. No, no, I don't want to work here. So the no's are the moving past those no's. Those are the times that I can see a definite stopping point where I could have took another road. So I moved past those, whatever that negative thing was, and just kept going and moved past that. So it could be a person, it could be a situation, it could be a loss, it could be a death, it could be whatever it is that you feel like you can't push forward past that. You have to move past that. No, and it could be a number of things. And we make excuses. We do. We really do. When it comes to, I could have made an excuse when he said, this is not the job for you. You should be doing this. And I'd be like, no, I'm gonna close that business, and I'm gonna stay here. And that would have been an excuse not to pursue my company. So we do make excuses for ourselves, and that's just what it is. Whatever it is that's holding you back from the next step is an excuse, because we're the only person that holds ourselves back. It is just us.
I heard it saying it says we're our own worst enemy.
We are so critical. Very critical of ourselves, and fear. We have a lot of fear.
Yes. Some people are not just fearful of success. I mean, of failure. Some people are fearful of success.
Oh yeah. Because what if this happens? What if it really does happen? And it is scary. It is scary.
Wow. There's a song by this rapper. He's a Christian, kind of like a Christian rapper, but in the song he says, "I'm my own worst critic, so critics step your hate game up." So in other words, you can't down me no more than what I've already down myself. So if you're going to come for me, you better come for me and say something different from what I've already said, because I'm going forward.
Oh my God.
I like that. Come on, NF. I like that.
I like that.
All right. So tell us what's next for Nikki Watson.
Ooh, what's next? So we are on a show this summer, possibly 2 shows. HGTV, Buy It or Build It, and then Ladies Who List Atlanta is coming here to Dallas, so Ladies Who List Dallas. Very exciting on the OWN network. We are
on the OWN network. Did y'all hear that? She tried to say it real quick on the OWN network. Come on, OWN.
Preparing for that and just trying to make sure that we're representing ourselves well and not drama, and we don't want any of that.
Thank you so much. Thank you so much. Let me say it again. Thank you so much.
We don't want that. So it is. My mom told me she didn't want me to see it after she saw Atlanta. She was like, girl. But I think that, of course, people want ratings, and they do that for a reason. But some of the girls were not in the drama, so I think it's the ones that pick that. That's just what it is. I don't have that in my life anyway, so they couldn't even make that up on me. I'd be like, whatever. So, but it's exciting to be on television. Something totally different. I never would have imagined that this would be happening, but it's here, and it's exciting. It's really exciting.
Good. That is so good. But I'm so happy for you, Nikki. I pray God's continued blessings on you and everything that you are doing. So how can the listeners contact Nikki Watson if they want some staging done, or if they just want to keep up with the shows that you're going to be on? How can they keep up with you?
So we are on Instagram. It's the Design Quad, like 4 quad, not squad. The Design Quad, and then we're on YouTube. We're on Facebook. We're everywhere. So got all those handles at the Design Quad.
Okay, so everything is under the Design Quad. Quad, not squad.
People say it all. They call here and they be like, "Is this the Design Squad?"
Well, it's not, but we're who you want to reach.
Oh, that's us.
Okay, well, Nikki, thank you so much for being on the Inspirational Diva Show. We really appreciate you taking time out to talk with me on today. And don't forget, everyone, you can follow Nikki Watson on the Design Quad on all social media platforms. And she's located right here in Dallas. If you need some work done, honey, y'all better contact the Design Quad. Do it. We're here. She's here. All right. So thank you all for tuning into the Inspirational Diva Show. Remember, you can tune in every Saturday at 10 a.m. on Facebook, on YouTube, and on Instagram. And let's not forget, Styling Diva Productions, that's my company. We are having our upcoming stage play, Many Faces of Women, and it is going to be Saturday, March 26th at 5 o'clock p.m. and at 8 o'clock p.m. at the Black Academy of Arts and Letters. I'm so excited to be doing it. Nikki will be there. I'm so excited to be doing the production there because, I've always, done the smaller theaters. But like you said, stepping out, stepping out on faith and just, I said, you know what? I'm going to the Black Academy. And I just thank God for it. So the Many Faces of Women stage play will be Saturday, March 26th, 5 o'clock p.m., 8 o'clock p.m. at the Black Academy of Arts and Letters. You can get your tickets by going to www.stylingdivaproductions.com. All right, everybody, remember, if nobody told you today that I love you, Jesus loves you, and there ain't a thing that you can do about that. Until next time, y'all be blessed. Bye. Thank you, Nikki.
You're welcome.
Home Care Network brings healthcare in the comfort of your home. Our skilled nurses can cover everything that you would get in a hospital, from wound care management, pulmonary and cardiac care, medication management, and physical, occupational, speech therapy, x-rays, and more. Home Care Network has 3 locations in DeSoto, Rockwall, and Palestine. Visit homecarenetwork.com or on Facebook at Home Care Network TX. Home Care Network, the care you need in the comfort of your home.